Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is another strategies, tactics, and boosts show, and we are here to see the 8 tracks we are going to race for the Qatar GP. I hope the first video of the week, the first strategies video of the week, helped you to make it through to the opening round. And now we're going to see the tracks of the weekend, and let's hope we can help you again make some big points. First of all, let's go and see the tracks we are going to race. As you can see, by looking the 8 tracks, we see that we only have high temperatures in Jeddah, and we all know that in Jeddah this means we have to be careful with our tire choice if we are over 30 degrees. And we have 4 races, 3 with some chances of rain and 1 Silverstone 100%. We're going to have a wet race there. So we will start from Spa, Belgium, then Montreal with 28% chance of rain, Barcelona, Jeddah with high temperatures as you can see, Melbourne, Miami with 33% chances of rain, Zandvoort in Netherlands with even higher chances of rain, 66, and finally Silverstone, a wet race, 100%. Okay, so let's get started. We have 8 tracks to see. Give me 1 second. Yep, here we are, and let's start. So, Spa, Belgium, a combo track, maybe a little bit speedy, but yeah, a combo track. Of course, 1, 3, 2, soft, medium, soft, especially if you start at the back or in the middle of the grid and both your drivers start at the back or in the middle of the grid, and you don't want to have stacking with your 2 drivers, then yes, 1, 3, 2 is a good choice. Of course, a more passive approach is doing 1 pit stop. Maybe we can win a couple of positions, but basically it's very passive. We play not to lose positions, and we can gain some. The same goes if we have high tire management, the same strategy, but with mediums, or of course now with the new boosts we can use a, a tire management boost like Char, Downforce, Movember, Pretzel, of course Frost, and top up our tire management in our driver, and then do the 1 pit strategy with mediums. But this is the strategy that is the fastest of all. 2 pit stops, all softs, equal stints, 2, 2, 2, and of course the choice here of your boost Now with the boosted boosts, you can choose a speed boost or a combo boost, but uh, everything now depends on whether you want to boost more your drivers because you don't have very high skilled drivers, or you want to boost your car. So basically, uh, now with the new boosts, we must look a lot our setup and our drivers abilities and decide the boost. Although Spa remains a combo track, so if you are lacking cornering, boost your cornering. If you are lacking speed, boost your speed as far as the car is concerned. And of course, see what your drivers are lacking and help them there. If you decide to follow this strategy, even if your drivers doesn't have good tire management, you don't need to boost their tire management. Focus on race start, on overtaking, because 2 laps with softs, even if you push, if you deplete your power unit, you can still do 2 laps with softs. Now, next one is Canada. Another, here it's a little bit, yeah, it's a combo track mostly. We have some straights, we have some slow corners. It's a mixed track. Now, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, 5-3, hard soft, but we can do 5 laps with mediums in Canada if we have good tire management. Of course, soft medium 4-4, soft medium or medium, depending on your tire management. But if you can do it conserving the first stint with softs, do it, because it will help you be fast, make some overtakings without even pushing the red button, and uh, charge your power unit so you can use it in your second stint with mediums. And of course, the two fastest strategies, at least for me, is the undercut wherever you are, even if you are at the back of the grid or in the middle or at the top of the grid. 2-3-3, all softs. You have seen me following this strategy or this one, and you have seen that um, how many overtakes without even need to push the red button my drivers can do using softs in Canada. Of course, as I want to warn you, these two strategies and especially this one, you will see um, 2 laps before the end, you will think that, oh my god, this is a disaster, but it isn't. You will see in the last 2 laps this strategy pay off. So keep that in mind and be patient. Don't be anxious if you see your driver staying a little behind, being a little behind. So now, if it rains, 4-4, because bots will pit in lap 5. Of course, you can do 3-5 if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid and not at the top, and you are afraid that by using 4-4 to both your drivers, you are going to have stacking. You can go 4-4 and 3-5, but it's better to try make the gap and uh, pit them both at lap 4. And of course, if your driver is at the top of the grid, 5-3, we are talking about if you are top 3, 5-3, because you are ahead, you are going to pit with the other bots, you don't care about pit traffic. So, third race is Spain, Barcelona, and mostly a cornering track. As you can see, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, 5 laps with hard, 3 with softs. You cannot do here 5 laps with mediums. Forget about it. If you are going to play the long game, hard, soft for this strategy, and soft, hard if you go the other way. But whatever you do, wherever you are, one of your drivers is going with to follow this strategy 4-4 medium medium. If you can do it for both your drivers, even better. This is the fastest strategy in Barcelona. It's been proven in so many races. Let's not forget that in the last GP I played against a real player in Barcelona. I ended up 1-3 because P1 was Sainz, the driver that I used 4-4 medium medium. P2 was my opponent, a real player. Guess what? He did he followed exactly the same strategy, 4-4 for his driver, and then I had Russell third. I used 3-3-2. It's a very fast strategy, and I only did it because I wanted to avoid stacking in the pits. So one driver 4-4, the other driver 3-3-2, and that's it. But yeah, it cost me 1 point because against a real player, if he plays 4-4, it's almost unbeatable. Next one is Jeddah with high temperatures, with possibility of high temperatures. So, first strategy, first driver, soft. Start with softs with your driver that starts lower. So soft, soft, hard. We can stick to that even if the temperatures are high. Of course, if you have low tire management and you are not boosting your tire management, then yes, you have to give me a second because I believe that, yep. Okay, so what I was saying, yeah. So even with high temperatures, we can do 2-2 soft, soft, hard here, but we're going to be a little bit careful with our tire management in the first 2 stints. Alternatively, we can go soft, medium, medium, soft, hard, but I would really like to start with softs, conserving our second stint to have a full power unit for our third stint. Now, for our top driver, we're going to start him with hards. So we will go hard, soft, medium, especially if the temperature is over 30 degrees. If it's not, then we can choose hard, soft, soft. But hard, we push as much as we need to stay ahead, to win some positions, to to be fast with hards. Then in our second stint with softs, we just cruise along the the track, uh, recharging our power unit, and in our last stint with a full power charged power unit, we uh, we can be fast and aggressive with mediums. Be careful about that. Of course, you can always go with three pits, but now with high temperatures, it would be even more difficult to follow this strategy. So, at least if the temperatures are over 30 degrees, forget about these two strategies and go only with the first two. Australia, Melbourne, a pure cornering and slow track. It's not a fast track. And again, here, as you can see, if you want to play the long game, to stay a lot in your first stint in the track and try to overtake drivers while they are pitting, it's going to be hard again. You cannot do 5 laps with mediums. So 5, 3, hard, soft here, and maybe some tire management needed if you want to be a little bit aggressive and push the red button in your first stint. Your second stint, easily done, 3 laps with the softs. Now, second choice, 4-4, maybe medium hard. If you don't have a good tire management, then hard, but medium hard, because as we always do, our first stint, we choose the faster compound, we conserve, we charge our power unit, we are fast because we are with mediums and not with hards, and we have a full power unit for our second stint where we can push uh, with the hards, because we can do easily 4 laps with hards and push the red button. Now this is only if you have super tire management, or if you use the new boosted boosts and give your driver over 95 tire management. Only then you can execute this strategy and be fast. Else you're just going to lose time. And for me, my favorite in Australia is this one. Like in Canada, in Australia, softs are faster and softs overtake easier than other compounds. So 3-3-2 for our driver, I usually choose the same strategy for both my drivers, 3-3-2, even if they start very close. I try to make the gap work, but I believe that this is the fastest strategy, and the second one, 4-4 medium hard. Miami, a very speedy, fast track that consumes a lot of tire. So again, as you can see, it's not, of course, like Jeddah, where for 3 laps we need hards. Here it's 2-3 soft, medium, and 3-2 medium, soft, medium if we want to push a lot and we don't have high tire management. If we trust our drivers and we have high tire management, then yes, medium, soft. If it rains, nothing changes. We don't want to pit with the bots. The bots are probably going to pit in give me 1 second. Oops. Yes, so as you can see, for our back driver 223 and for our top driver 322, the bots are going to pit in lap 3 and then again in lap 3 6 after 3 laps. So the bots are playing 3-3-1. So we want to avoid to pit in lap 3 and in lap 6. We pit in lap 2 and in lap 4 if from wherever we are. Of course, if we are at the top of the grid, okay, then we can pit, we can do our first pit with the bots, and we can easily do the second pit with the bots if we are at top 3. But 3, 2, 2, just to have a different strategy from our other driver and avoid stacking. And that's it. In Miami, you want, as in all tracks, we want to avoid pitting with the bots. The bots will pit lap 3, lap 6, so we pit lap 2 and lap 4, lap 3 and lap 5 if we are at the top of the grid. Netherlands, okay, this is an easy one. 4-3, medium soft, and 3-4, soft medium. Of course, it's easy to say soft medium, medium soft. I know many of you have started the game a little while ago, so your drivers cannot do 3 laps with softs and 4 laps with mediums. As I always say, when your drivers cannot do 3 laps with softs, try with mediums. And 4 laps with mediums, not a choice. 4 laps with hards. Go to the harder compound, and the strategy remains the same. We just change the compounds. Now, if it rains, the same story as always. 3-4 and 4-3. Maybe, not maybe, the bots are going to pit at lap 5. But, the bots are going to pit at lap 5. But we don't have to wait so long. We can pit, we can follow the same strategy, 3-4, 4-3. We will fall behind by doing this strategy. We will fall behind. But don't worry, when the bots are going to pit in lap 5, then you're going to see that everybody will be in the pits and we are going to overtake them in just a couple of seconds and get back in front again. Or even if we are not in front, we are going to overtake them and get top positions. Of course, if our driver, one of our driver is at the top 3, yes, he can pit at lap 5 with the bots, but I usually avoid it. I usually go 3-4 and 4-3, but you can change this and go 4-3 and 5-2 for your top driver if you have a driver at the top 3 positions. And finally, let's go to Silverstone, United Kingdom. It's going to be a wet race. So yes, the bots pit at lap 4. So this means we pit at lap 3, 3, 4 for both our drivers, unless alternatively you can do this 2, 3, 2, but it's a little bit slower and tricky and risky. So I would prefer 3-4 for both drivers, and 4-3 for the driver we have at the top, if we have a driver at the top. If you're afraid of stacking, yes, okay, 3-4 your one driver and 2-3-2 your second driver. We want to avoid pitting at lap 4, so one driver will pit in lap 3, the other driver in lap 2 and 5. This strategy needs an excellent managing of your power unit. You have to manage your power unit very well, very good, in order for this strategy to work. So, and after a lot of rain, okay, we have some technical problems. Okay, give me 1 minute. Sorry for that. Yep, everything is right now. So, that's it for our 8 tracks. As you have seen, well, I would really like to see rain in most of the tracks that we have chances of rain. It makes our race easier. Last season, when it rained, we were like, oh no, not again. This season, with this undercut that works all the time, I believe we are praying for wet races. Anyway, let's see. Let's see our 8 tracks again. Spa, Montreal, Barcelona, Jeddah, Melbourne, Miami, Zandvoort, and Silverstone, with chances of rain in Canada, Miami, Zandvoort, and Silverstone. Well, in Silverstone, it's going to rain. Okay, so that's it for today. That's it for the opening and final round of the Qatar GP. Don't forget to smash the like button and read the description of the video, because in the description of the video you will find 2 links. One link of how you can support me, and the second link is my Discord server link, where you can all join and discuss about the game, and of course whatever we like. So I'm waiting you in my Discord server, and of course in my next video. Thank you for watching. Have great results. See you next time. Bye everybody. Bye.